Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Modern Day Mystic Show. Our mission here is to help you turn whatever you desire into real-life manifestations by sharing our revolutionary technology to make that happen for you. We bring you such cutting-edge information through our resident wizard, Peter Schenk, and also through such magical guests each week that are really making a difference to improve our lives on a variety of levels. I am your co-host, Donna, along with the founder of this program, the modern day mystic himself, Peter.
Hey,
Schenk,
how are you, Donna? Doing great. Busy couple days. We have had the HFA Plus launch. And for those of you that are new, about a year ago, I had an inspiration, this overwhelming desire to create something the world has never seen before. In my entire line, I've always done workshops and software that modifies water with intent and manifestation. And this is the second product in a line that's coming. This is the box that comes in, the harmonic field amplifier for home and office. And this is a much larger variant than the one that was produced for the car. And, you know, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there, so I'm not going to go into it. But we have a limited supply of these, and unfortunately, we're almost sold out. We're offering 10% off and free shipping, and that is good until they are gone. And I suspect they'll be gone probably by tomorrow or Tuesday. With that said, we've got the 30-day challenge, which is absolutely free to you. A month ago, actually about 6 weeks ago, I had an idea to give back to the community at large, something that they've never seen before, you know. And into the new year, we all have that fab new diet that we try last 3 or 4 days, and then we fall off the rockers and never go back. You know, you get a piece of gym equipment, you use it for 3 weeks and it collects dust, or you hang your hat on it. And of course, we all get gym memberships that last a month, and then you have to pay for them the rest of the year and you never use them. So the 30-day challenge is something the world has never seen. We are bringing the body, mind, and spirit into alignment. And when the body, mind, and spirit are in alignment, beautiful things happen in your life. You operate, you know, at your highest levels. So we have assembled a team of 6 professionals in each pillar, body, mind, and spirit. And in the month of January, we will be delivering you a video a day over the course of 30 days to challenge you to better your lives in ways you have never seen before. Each one of these professionals brings to the table all of their expertise, their secrets, their techniques. And, you know, I'll be showing you energy techniques you've never seen before. I'll be using Aquaware, the Source 5, Aquaware 5, you know, Light Body. I'll be showing you sacred geometry on how to better yourself in the body, mind, and spirit. And of course, everyone else is bringing just this amazing stuff. So there's a huge amount of synergy behind it. November, it was really the month to get all the videos together. And we have an SEO expert, we have a video expert, we have a content writer. And all of these people just flocked to this clarion call within 2 weeks. You know, my mailbox is filling up. They're like, hey, I want in. I'm like, hey, let's rock it. So January, sometime in January, we're going to launch the 30-day body, mind, and spirit challenge. It's just beautiful. It's unlike anything you have ever seen before, and it's absolutely free. The only thing it requires is you to sign up on the MDM website, just to pop in your email. And once we start the PR campaign in December, you'll see a lot of information coming out about it. So with that said, I'd like to do a water activation. Everyone get a glass of water, please. Just a simple, you know, well-being activation. I'd like you to raise your left hand about 3 inches over the glass of water and spread your fingers. In a second, you'll feel that energy running down through your hand into the water. Now, energy that is in physical form or non-physical form will do anything for you as long as you acknowledge its existence. And by doing that, put your attention on the water and repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. You'll feel that energy flow through your hand into the water increase. That said, everyone, bottoms up, notice the taste and the texture, and then sit back for a minute and watch where the energy from the water flows. You'll get warm and fuzzy. It just puts you into a beautiful place for tonight's show with a very special guest tonight. Donna, can you tell us about our guest tonight, please?
You bet, Peter. Let's talk about Raquel Spencer. And we're very excited, of course, to have her on the show. And you guys will see why here in a minute. She is coming to us from the Big Island, so we're very excited. So a little bit about Raquel. Raquel helps you to get clear and to move through the BS, connect more efficiently or effectively with your higher self, and to step into the truth of who you are. And she is referred to as an energetic electrician, a cosmic light body specialist, and cellular light specialist. Peter?
Raquel, how are you? Welcome to the MDM Show.
Well, thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. Welcome from the Big Island of Hawaii. It's a pleasure to be here with you today, tonight, tomorrow, this morning, whatever it is for you.
We are really pumped to have you on tonight, so please tell us about you.
Well, we haven't really talked, Peter, so I don't know that you know much about my history or what I really bring to the table, nor your audience. So welcome, everyone. My background, I started doing energy work after waking up from a 5-week unexplained medical coma. Back in 1985, I went into that coma for no reason. There was no illness, there was no sickness, there was no anything. 5 weeks later, I woke up and the world was different. And that was back in 1985. This is pre-internet. Think about it, guys. This is 25 years ago. No internet, no cell phones, no anything to really figure out what was going on. And I started on this journey back in a time where it was even before the harmonic convergence. Peter, are you aware of the harmonic convergence back in 1987? You heard that term?
I have, yeah. I'm not familiar with it, though.
So harmonic convergence happened back in 1987, and consciousness on this planet decided to take a particular route. And all of us that are sitting here, including you, including Donna, including probably most everyone that's listening to your radio show, your work, is part of a group collective that has come in at this particular time to do exactly what you and I are doing, what everyone's working towards, to raise consciousness on this planet. And that journey for me started after this 5-week unexplained coma. When I woke up, I was not working at that time. I went back to school. I went to work for major Fortune 50 companies. I worked for Intel. I worked for Hewlett Packard. I got a bachelor's degree in marketing and management and did that route for several years, almost 20 years, as a matter of fact, as I walked between the worlds. And during that time, working in 3D, working through technology industries in the beginning when back when Intel was really high, really at the top of their game, is when I was working with them. And when I really started to wake up, and I say wake up is when I started to follow my higher self impeccably. When I started to listen to my intuition and begin to see things that a lot of people still do not see multidimensionally. I started being able to see grid systems. I started to be able to see into what people refer to here as multidimensionality. And I started to remember. All of my skills, everything I bring through is nothing studied. It's all from memory. And I work to help people reconnect to their own unique energy, their own higher self, their universal presence through the different dimensional realities, connecting down into this reality so that the connection and the awareness through your supercomputer, which is your body. Your body, the way I see your body and your energetic system, is a massive supercomputer of light. And the work that I do, I don't see, each one of us has unique skills and gifts that we're bringing to the table to help consciousness as a whole move forward. My niche in this industry is that I have the ability, when necessary, to actually look into the supercomputer that is you and see the glitches, see the breaks in the flow of energy, see the viruses, see the neural pathways and that kind of thing in an energetic level. And I actually have been able to help people significantly reconnect parts of them that make being able to connect with their higher self more effective, because we're all designed to do it. We're all designed to be connected. And so I love the way that you work with software, and I talk about software and hardware as your body is the hardware, and your divine essence and your higher self is the software. And if your hardware isn't operational, if your hardware isn't working properly, it's really hard to run the software.
I completely agree.
So that's what I do. And I have been doing this planetary for about a decade full-time, helping people to reconnect piece by piece through what a lot of people refer to as the light body. There's a lot of semantics that a lot of us talk about, but really connecting and helping you reconnect energetically through the divine vehicle, which is the body.
So do you work with groups of people, or do you work one-on-one?
Yes, both. I work globally in groups, and I also do individual sessions. So the individual sessions, I go in, and it's pretty, there you go. I just lost you for a second. Pretty intense and specific to you. And in the groups, I'll go in and be able to help the group all the way through. And individually, each person will get the upgrade that they need in that now moment. It's quite fascinating. I didn't believe it for years. I didn't believe I could do it for years. I thought they were absolutely insane. And when I started getting feedback from people all over the world that were listening simultaneously, having different experiences and feeling the energy move through, and you can actually feel the electrical move through the system a lot when I work on people. And so they get flashes of light through the brain. They get Kundalini energy moving up and down the spine. They get a lot of different things that happen, but each person is at a different state of their evolution and consciousness, how your body's wired, your DNA, your lineage, what you came in with, limitations, unfortunately limitations, that we came in through the DNA of our parents and what we're dealing with to reconnect. But every single one of us that is working towards consciousness right now is a master that said we come in and reconnect the divine hardware to the divine software and really help to shift consciousness on this planet. And I'm just a catalyst.
So a lot of the guests that we have on the MDM show come from a technology background. And I always find it amazing. And everyone always has a very unique and personal wake-up experience. Yours happened over a length of time. Mine happened at the speed of thought. One minute, I see the whole world in black and white. The next minute, I see it in 1080p high-def color. And, as a lot of us are gifted. And whether we take recognition of those gifts, you either use them or you don't. If you don't, you lose them. If you do use them, you spread more, vibration in the world. You spread more love in the world. The higher, you get another piece of information, So in the pre-show, we were talking about the software lineage, and it's been around for about 10 years. And this year, we've released the 5th generation of it, Aquaware 5, Source 5, and then the other products will be updated. But we talk about that bit of information that you get to help people, which moves you to the next octave. Well, last year, that happened to me again. A brilliant idea was born, and from the idea to actually being on sale took 9 months. And I don't know, prior to that, I didn't know anything about manufacturing, but when you look at the course that I took and the barriers that I faced and how they dissolved like that, because the intention was to get this done and I had the will and the backing of the universe to get it done, it's almost impossible to happen in today's world. Well, you know what? It did. And, the software aspect, the hardware aspect, it all does the same thing. But what I'm curious about is all of us have, our chemical makeup in our brains, how we perceive reality, how we, use a gift to, you mentioned multi-dimensions, you can see right through that, you can pierce through the veil. That's incredible. How do you activate that? I'm just curious, like when let's say you were to work on Donna right now, not that you would, but if you were going to, how do you see Donna? Do you paint her on a black silhouette and then watch
No, I always work directly with someone's higher self. I am merely the mechanic, because the higher self is always going to direct the show. And so the higher self will come in, I'll connect in with the higher self, and the higher self will light up where the disconnects are, where the viruses are, what templates need to be removed, what needs to be lit up in the system, that kind of thing. So I see it as a multi-level laser light show, synapsis type of thing with, I mean, thousands of layers when I go in and look, and then Spirit will direct me into the specific locations. Because what happens, and what I find, Peter, it's so interesting, because I've worked with thousands and thousands of clients around the world, and what I find is a lot of people, they have the desire. They want to wake up, they want to find their gifts, they want to do all of these things. And it's just like, I always use the analogy. If you've got a cell phone, but it's an old cell phone, and you're trying to connect into 4G or 5G, okay? But if you're still using an old cell phone, if your hardware, if your body systems, your energetic systems aren't upgraded, it's impossible to really utilize 4G and connect in. I mean, it may look like a cell phone. You may think it's a cell phone. It used to work in the old technology, but you can't connect to 4G because the two aren't talking well. And what a lot of people experience is their bodies are not shifting fast enough. Their hardware and their mechanics, even though they have the desire, a lot of times people can do the same thing over and over and over, the intention being there, but the mechanics of the body can't support it. We are in an ascension. I mean, that's in a word everybody's used for decades now, okay? Gaia is going through ascension. We're going through ascension. The entire energetic of this planet is going through an upshift of consciousness. And your vehicle for consciousness, your vehicle for this experience is your body. And the body's been trying to upgrade it at a very accelerated rate. And some people are doing that very effectively. And sometimes people just cannot get the connections in the body to work. And so they'll try and they'll try and they'll try and do all the right things, but it's just like trying to run software from 2016 on a computer that really hasn't been updated since 2005. I mean, this is just an analogy, and you try to bring that in and it crashes and it crashes and it crashes, and you don't get the best output because it can't run through the system efficiently. The system will crash. The neural processors won't go through. The nervous system can't handle it. And so these are the kinds of things that are going on in the human form right now as we are in this accelerated process of awakening. Because right now, in my viewpoint, okay, in my humble viewpoint, we are in a cosmic time of window right now that is very, has a massive opportunity for great acceleration. And when you start to look at the science, and I am by no means a scientist, let me say that right now, okay? I've been saying these things for a long time, and the science is catching up, okay? I've never been able to study any of this, but people will come back from clients and go, oh yeah, I just read about that. Oh yeah, I just heard about that. But we talk about the magnetic fields on the planet shifting, okay? You are a bioelectrical, biochemical computer of light. That's what you are when it comes down to it. And as the bioelectrical fields of the planet shift, you have to stay in resonance with it. How many times have we talked about the solar flares coming in? There's now science coming in from NASA and other places, and don't quote me on this, but talking about how all of the planets in our solar system are accelerating and shifting, and their magnetic fields are changing. The magnetic fields, as you know, I'm sure, affect the human body. And so as people stay in an accelerated rate of advancement in the body, your ability to create, your ability to stay connected to your higher self, your ability to run that higher self energy, that universal energy through the nervous system, through the brain, and bring it into output into your reality as a manifestation improves. You following me? You with me?
Let's talk about hardware.
Let's talk about what?
Let's talk about hardware for a second. People,
Okay.
7.5 billion people on the planet. Everyone is chemically made up different, different languages, the whole 9 yards. So this is actually a two-part question to you. The first part is, what do people have to do physically to their bodies to get ready for this change that is already underway? And then the second part of the question is, as light workers, as we are, and a multitude of other people that are, waking up and coming into it, what do they physically have to do to their bodies in order to handle these higher octaves that come through them in the form of gifts, ideas, knowledge, brain dumps, whatever?
Well, as you said, there's 7 billion people on this planet. Not all of them are light workers, and not all of them came in, if you will, with the group collective of really pushing the human body. There are a multitude of us in this soul group that came in to really push the physical body to be able to hold more light. Light is information, light is knowledge, light is consciousness, light is wisdom, okay? Because the light's the software, your body's the hardware. We've been going through this really pretty intensely since the harmonic conversions back in 1987. And this is, I know I really rock people's boats with this one, and take it, leave it, do what you want with it. This is a window of opportunity that's about 300 years in length. Everybody wants to ascend. Everybody wants to be in their light body and ascend the planet in this lifetime. Personally, I think that's bullshit. It's not going to happen. We're in an evolutionary process.
I don't want to. I like staying right here and rocking it.
And being connected and being able to bring it through. And the key piece of that is that, it's an evolutionary process that is going to happen. We're just pushing the envelope to bring it into fruition so more people can step into their ability to create, their ability to follow spirit, their ability to stay connected in that way. And that's what all of the light workers, really the goal is on the planet. All of the consciousness leaders, that's what we're doing. All of us bringing different pieces and different formulas to the game. What does someone need to do? How many have you heard of ascension symptoms? I mean, part of what you're bringing through is to help with those in that software and in your equalizer. I haven't studied your work at all, but I looked at it from an energetic perspective. You're trying to help people stabilize their fields and open up their fields to receive the light. I mean, that's what you're trying to do. My work is just a little different approach, which goes in and actually rewires the body. Very quickly, very fast. Like I said, I'm an accelerator. That's it. The process is going to happen. Do you want to do it with ease and grace, or do you want to really struggle for a while? And that's the question. And a lot of people are struggling, and they don't want to because they don't know these kinds. They don't know people like I exist. For one, when people find that my work, they'll go in and do my programs and my personal work, and they'll have massive quantum shifts very quickly because I get the wiring connected. And then I don't connect you to anything but yourself. I don't connect you to anything but your higher self. And your higher self is going to bring through what's the best and highest for you in every moment, because your higher self is your biggest advocate. And so people are going through this process. It's just a matter of how do you accelerate it? Because aren't we always wanting, hello, how fast can we do this? Come on. We want the quickest, fastest way. I know I'm the most impatient person on the damn planet. Give me this.
That's very arguable.
Well, and we probably would be pretty good match with that, Peter. But it's all about the acceleration and how fast can we do it, because we want to be efficient. We want to be able to manifest. We want to be able to bring it into manifest form. That's what it's all about, is being able to take the thoughts, the emotions, and bring it into manifest form. How do people do that? There's a lot of different varieties. I'm just an avenue. I'm just a fast avenue to be able to help people do that. There's many, many paths to the same end result. I mean, isn't that a true statement? Okay.
Absolutely.
And so that's the name of the game. And the name of the game is the manifestation, bringing into physical reality our heart's desire. And And what a lot of people do is they have the desire, but the mechanics won't run it. The mechanics won't bring it into manifest form. It gets stuck. It gets stuck in the glitches. And so,
doesn't the physical body have to match the vibration that's coming in order to receive it 100%? So, for instance, if you have a triathlon that is in the best shape a human body can be in, versus someone that eats, not that I do, a rat burger once in a while. Doesn't the body have to match the frequency?
It does. And I'm a perfect example. You got to look at me, Peter. I'm sitting here. I'm 5 foot. I'm overweight. I am not what you would call in perfect physical form, and I hold a hell of a lot of light. It's all about how the cellular light holds it. And yeah, junk in, junk out. It's just like the computer, junk in, junk out. So the body does have to. I mean, there's certain basics that all of us really need to follow. The food we're getting isn't good enough. We need to supplement, I think, right now, because we're not getting the level of nutrients. The body, you have to do certain things for the body, but for many people, that's not enough. It's just not enough to really push it at the level they're wanting to. So yeah, your food, your water, absolutely. What you're putting into your body is absolutely important, but that's not the only thing. And that's the piece people are missing. They're doing all the right things and they can't figure out why the hell it still doesn't work. And it's because the computer system, the hardware, can't run the software. I mean, that's the fastest way I can really say it. And as you start to upgrade the neural processors and the neural pathways and the light pathways in the body, the nervous system, all of those kinds of things are in continuous upgrade as we go through this light infusion ascension process. And then you have the magnetic fields, which are affecting our energetic systems. All those things have to be brought into balance to be able to really upshift the level of light you hold at a cellular level.
So that's a way. Holding light at a cellular level, what is that? And we'll talk about ascension after that. Okay,
so your cell, light being light. Let's put a definition on light, because a lot of people, there's a really broad spectrum that I talk about with light, but light to me is consciousness. Okay, light is consciousness, and it's the consciousness within the cells. How much your light quotient you're able to hold within the cells, and as you release density energetically, which we've all been doing. Okay, when you release the density at the cellular level and more light consciousness information can penetrate into the cells, the ability to hold a different light vibration, consciousness level. Again, semantics, it's really hard to really talk about because we get caught up in the semantics, but it is a frequency access that, again, your computer doesn't crash. The more light you hold at the cellular level, the more of that higher frequency and consciousness can stream through and be brought into your awareness. Those that don't have a lot of light consciousness in the body, and again, there's many, many ways. You've got the food, you've got the water, you've got the work that I do, you've got work that other people are doing. We're all trying to upgrade the way that the consciousness is held and brought into your awareness. Right? And so light, when I talk about cellular light, I'm talking about the level of light you can hold within your body and your cellular structure. And as that raises, lower frequency densities move out of the body. It's not about how much you weigh at all. It's about how much light is going through and how the nervous system reads it to bring it into the consciousness into a way that you can interpret it and utilize it. And that's
awesome. Good explanation. Thank you.
Okay. Good.
So let's talk about ascension. There's a lot of airy-fairy new love and light and blah, blah, blah about ascension.
A lot of bullshit.
I have my definition of it, but I want to hear yours, please.
Ascension. Okay, so, God, it's a loaded question.
No.
Not only is the planet ascending, the solar system is ascending, the universe is ascending. Definition of ascension, how much light and frequency can be run through to bring into consciousness. And we're playing in the physical game, okay? Not everything in the universe is physical. I mean, the physical only goes up. You have physicality in the 3rd dimension. You have physicality in the 5th dimension. You have physicality in the 7th dimension. Once you move beyond the 7th dimension, you're out of physicality. Okay, it doesn't exist in the way that we see that anymore. Who gives a shit? We're in 3D. Okay, we got to get the game right here.
No,
right?
tell us what you really think.
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't matter, you know, oh, I want to be out in the 5th dimension and I want to be in the 7th.
Can I put my hands in? I want to hold your hands. I need a hug right now. I need a hug.
What you need, and my definition is what you need is to be able to connect to your higher self and interpret that through your body to manifest the life you're looking for. How can you manifest? What are you bringing into your life? Do you have the life that you desire, or are you still living with the old programs? And it's the game's here, guys. It's not about, I'm all about getting into the freaking body, not getting out of it. Okay? I'm about descending into physical form and holding the light here and being conscious, waking 24/7, not being in manifestation bliss and getting the hell out of here. We got to teach everybody how to be conscious in physical form, to live in harmony, to not ruin the planet anymore, to not hurt each other anymore. I mean, we've got a long way to go, but we are the forerunners. We're the forerunners of trying to bring this level of light frequency back through the human divine vehicle, which is the body, so that it can run into consciousness, so you and I can make changes in physicality. What does our life look like? What does our life look like? You know, how are we manifesting into physical form? And everybody wants that, but when your body can't hold the light, when the supercomputer can't run the software that is your consciousness at the most efficient level, and my efficiency level changes every freaking day. I am totally in the evolutionary process every single day, okay, of pushing that envelope, you know, of what's next. How do I create and how do I manifest even faster? How does it go from here to here, my thought into manifest form? Like you were saying, you did that in 9 months, which was, whoa, unheard of in the industry, okay? That's about moving into manifest form very, very quickly. And that's what everybody is desiring. And a lot of times they pound their head up against the wall, and it's not for lack of trying, it's for the lack of the body being able to run the light. And that's the message I have. And I'm not a quick fix by any means. I fix your hardware, you know, so what? You take the computer home, you still have to know how to run it. You still have to know what software to buy and how to run the software, right? Okay, but if the basics don't work to run the light, you're kind of screwed. Really hard to get the outcome you're looking for. And that's what a lot of people aren't understanding. Personally, that I find. It's that disconnect. And it's not because they're not, you know, they think it's because they're not good, and they go into all these stories. We're all divine.
How do you explain what you do if people don't know what hardware and software and technology is?
That's why I love the day and age we are in, because everybody gets it now. I mean, 20 years ago, I couldn't use this technology, this terminology. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. I'd say a download, they're like, what? But
you said 5G. I was like, what?
Think about it. How beautiful is it that really the modern world, okay, maybe not in third country worlds, they're just really still trying to figure out how to not be in war and survive. But those of us who are in experiences that we're trying to push the boundaries and live a better life and create, we all get those terminologies. And so I don't know anybody right now that doesn't get you can download a song from iTunes. I mean, everybody gets the concept. It's the same thing. Download into your own supercomputer that consciousness from your higher self. And I'm really big about that. I'm not about connecting you into anything else, because that's just, to me, that's not where it's at. Your higher self is your direct connection to source energy. That's your highest potential. That's your biggest advocate. your higher self's always going to have your back. Not going to have somebody else's back.
Yeah.
And that wiring, as that starts to come in and come through consciousness, allows you to have awareness, have intuition, have the spark of you know, so many people are, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. What should I do? Well, when you're connected and can hear your intuition, you get those. You're the perfect example again. Oh, I got this idea and I brought it into fruition in 9 months. I mean, that's creation. That's what everybody's trying to do. And I, again, all I am is an accelerator for people who can't make that connection effectively.
So Raquel, this group absolutely positively loves live activations. And a little birdie landed on my shoulder and said, Raquel's going to bring one to the table tonight. What do you think?
Okay, so have you ever heard of the term of light language?
No.
Okay. So oftentimes when I do an activation, there is light language that comes through. Light language is, in the computer world, it would be like binary code. Okay, it's kind of the universal backbone of the language. Okay, light language sometimes comes through. So I just want to warn your group here that there may be some interesting sounds that come through. What that is a language that speaks to your soul and bypasses your analytical mind. I never do anything without your higher self, and I always set that intention. Any activation we're going to go in, it's going to be your higher self is facilitating. You get exactly what you need at this moment, at this time, to help you connect with your higher self. There may be light language. I don't know. I'm in the now moment. I bring through what Spirit says as a totality for the group right now. I use a lot of sound and tone. Okay, so toning comes through. Really loud, sharp, quick, very fast bops come through. That clears the field. That moves things in the quantum very quickly. So that may be experienced. You just want to give your group a heads up.
Bring it.
Bring it. Okay. So I don't know what the intention is yet. I mean, I don't know what the overall collective is because I'm gathering from who's on the phone with us right now and everybody who's going to be listening in the now moment in the future. So we're gonna drop in. Now, one of the things that I hope everybody on the planet agrees with, everybody has free will choice. For me, the connection to source energy, the connection to your higher self is always through your heart. It's not through your head, not even through your pineal. It's always through the heart. That is your connection to source. When you can get your heart and your mind synced, the game's a lot easier. Okay, so we're going to drop into the heart. First things first. I always close my eyes. This is what I do, just because I do, because I can see multidimensionally more. I can see it with my eyes open too, but I just close my eyes. So if everybody wants to join me and close their eyes, I want you to actually go down and actually place your hand on your heart. It makes it just a lot easier. And a lot of people, are you familiar with heart math? Have you heard that technology? Donna's going, yeah, I've heard heart math.
I have not.
That's the syncing. There's a heck of a lot of technology out there through heart math about getting your head, your consciousness and your heart synced up vibrationally. Okay. So I'm all about making all of your decisions, not from here, but from the heart. And you can't see my heart on your screen, but when you focus through here, when your consciousness is working through, yep, go ahead.
The mind implies logic. The heart implies emotion. Why not stem from your gut? Your gut never leads you wrong, right?
No, the gut can actually have a lot of fear associated with it. There's a lot of power struggle. There's a lot of old programs, especially in the collective grids around the planet. Your gut, most people feel the gut in fear.
Really?
Yeah, most people feel a gut feeling, ooh, that's the first. Then they move beyond and the gut comes in and, oh, that feels kind of good. But the first one, when you look at the collective and people starting to work up the gut is a gut fear. So But when you do the heart, okay, the heart chakra, not the heart organ, but the heart chakra. The heart chakra is the center of your physical body and your physical supercomputer, okay? You've got, let's do the basic chakras. We've got 7 basic chakras. Your heart's the center, okay? And it really does, when synced up, it is the best place to operate from, that brings the totality of the mind and the heart together. And yeah, you're talking about emotion, and emotion is what drives creation, okay? You can't create without emotion. You can think all you want, but once you start bringing the emotion in, once you get the vibration coming through an emotional center that's clear, okay, that's key, a clear emotional center, then the creation, not creativity, that's the wrong word, I'm using the wrong word. Creation can expand and come into 3D much, much easier. And so when you have the mind and the heart synced, your ability to create and your ability to navigate, you know, we talk about GPSs all the time. Your heart's your best GPS. Okay, that's, you talk about the gut, but when you really pull the mind and the heart together, it's a fabulous inner guidance system. Okay, but when you have them synced, when you're just coming out of emotion and you haven't got the mind connected in, it can get wobbly because, damn, we got a lot of emotional programs on this planet.
Okay, let's rock it.
And we're all tied into the mass consciousness. Okay. And one of the things I always recommend for everybody, make sure you're unplugging from mass consciousness every single day of your life. And do that with just thought. I mean, intention. I always see it. Do you remember the old? And I'll get the activation. It doesn't take long. But I just want to give this visual. Do you remember the old switchboards where the operator and you plug in and then you plug out and plug in and plug out? I love to get the old visual because that's the old programming. The mass consciousness is still in the old programming. Every night, grab all those frickin' plugs and pull out. Pull out of the mass consciousness, get out of the freaking chaos and plug into source, and do it every day, because if you don't, I mean, all you have to do is pass by a TV and we're sucked right back in, because there's a lot going on the planet energetically with the media and blah. We could do 15 shows over that one, Peter, you and I am sure, because you have a lot of information on that.
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. But just hey guys, if you haven't thought about that, start unplugging from mass consciousness and plug into source every single night before you go to bed and every single morning before you leave the house, and see how your life changes. Literally see yourself pull out of the grids, because there are grids around the planet that hold that chaos energy. Okay, so into the heart we go. Everybody drop in. Here we go, Peter. Okay, I'll shut up and we'll go into the activation. All right, so drop into the heart. And what I mean by that, super simple, easy technique for those who like techniques. We'll throw one at you. I want you to gather up your conscious mind, that everything, analyzing all your thoughts that you've been thinking about for the last hour as I've been talking, going, who is this chick and what is she talking about? And some of it sounds cool and right, and I don't know, and all of that analyzation that's going on. And I want you to gather it up in a golden net of light. And I want you to bring it into an elevator at the 10th floor. And I want you to see those elevator doors close. And I want you to push that, the button to the first floor. And I want you to ride those conscious thoughts, all your mind. Your mind is not in your head. That's where we mostly are when we're in the mind. But the mind is actually all the way through the grid system of the body. It's all the way around the fields, okay? And science is starting to prove that. It's not just in the head region. So gather all that up, and I want you to ride those thoughts down into the heart. And when the elevator reaches the first floor of the heart, I want you to open up those doors, and I want you to bring your conscious mind into the heart. And I want you to do it again. This is one of the best things you can do for yourself. 50, 100 times a day. Drop your head and your consciousness down into your heart and start thinking from your heart. Okay? Put freaking elephant ears on it if you need to. You need to listen from your heart. You need to be in your heart when you're making decisions. When you're thinking about what you want to create, you need to be right here in your energetic system. It's very important. This is where the energetics of your grid system and your supercomputer should be connected. If it's up here, you're going to have a hell of a time in creation. Okay? So drop down in. Take another nice deep breath, and I want you to open up your central column. That's your tube of light that runs through the center of your body. Sometimes some people think it looks like a fluorescent light bulb. From the crown all the way through, and it encompasses your nervous system. Open that up, and I want you to very quickly extend that central column down into the crystalline core of Gaia. In the center of the planet is a crystalline energy frequency that is Gaia's heart. Okay? In that energy system is a lot to help you ground. I do not ground the way people normally do. I ground into the crystalline core of the planet, which has much higher vibrational frequency. And when you start thinking about yourself as a light being, you can hold a hell of a lot more light frequency if you're connected in with a vibration that is supporting you on the planet with the magnetic field. So go ahead and drop down and connect in with that light. See what that feels like. What does that feel like for you? Can you feel it? Can you see it? Can you sense it? Can you pretend? Once you connect into that, a lot of times people will feel a very fast volt of light because very many people are actually connecting in with that frequency core of the energy. Gaia's alive, guys. Gaia is an ascending planet herself, an awakening being, just in a different system than we are. She's in a planetary system, we're in human. Breathe that up your central column and allow that to come into your heart and expand out. When you connect with the crystalline core of Gaia, set your intention to come into harmonic resonance with the planet. She is our ride through the cosmos. If you are not in harmonic resonance with her magnetic fields, your ability to hold higher consciousness is compromised. We want the best shot for you to be able to hold that consciousness, just like a computer chip and a magnet. You put a magnet by a computer chip, it erases the information. Not far from what happens with the magnetic fields and the energetic fields of the body. Keep yourself in harmonic resonance with the planet. It allows you to hold higher consciousness with more ease and grace. Take another nice deep breath. And in the name of divine source and the light that I am, I ask to be a clear, pure, and divine instrument in service to your higher self, calling forth the highest levels of light and information, wisdom, direct connection to source energy, bypassing all of the mass consciousness grids and programs on the planet, connecting directly into source energy that is pure, clear, and aligned with the truth of who you are. Take another nice deep breath. Set your intention at this time to receive that which is 100% aligned with your higher self, your divine essence, your truth, your growth, your awareness. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm going to gather everyone up energetically, connect them in through this portal that is this live recording coming through the modern mystic radio waves of light. Some of you that are sensitive may begin to feel a little bit of energy moving up and down the back of the spine, opening up the back of the head into the higher mind region. Take another nice deep breath, please. You may be feeling quite a bit going on in the head region around the ears. There's a lot of being upgraded at this time to be able to hear harmonic frequencies, and the way that the inner ear canal actually works with the sonic waves as they come through the ear canal and go into the nervous system and into the brain. There's a lot that needs to be upgraded in that for most of humanity, especially the light workers at this time, as the sonic waves that are hitting the planet are shifting and shifting the magnetic fields. The solar waves that are coming in, those are actual quickenings. That's not anything to be afraid of if you're prepared. You may feel a little bit of reverberation or tickling in the ears. That's okay. It's apparently what this group is wanting or needing at this time to help integrate the light and hear the frequencies. Frequencies, sound, harmonics, mathematics. It's how the information, one of the ways that the information comes through. Go ahead and take another nice deep breath and drop into your heart. If this is feeling in resonance with you, fabulous. Grab onto it and allow it to expand you. If it's not feeling in harmonic resonance with you, sit in your heart and ask your higher self to give you the truth that you need to hear at this now moment. For many of you, your feet chakras are blown. We have many, many chakras throughout our systems. Those are words that people most experience and understand. Even in general lay circles, people have heard of the chakras. You have 2 chakras at the bottoms of your feet. This is the interface between your energetic system and the planet herself, one of the interfaces. Many of you have had those blown, and they've been blown for a very long time. We're going to go in and start to replace those chakras for those who are open and willing to receive it. What this does is it allows the fields to bring up information from Gaia. She holds a lot about our awarenesses. Ow, ow, ow. Open up the heart and allow that to stream up through the legs, hitting into the base chakra and back up the heart. Many of you are really struggling with this. It's fun to watch. Not fun to watch, but interesting. Sorry. Just open up and allow your heart to expand. You'll receive exactly what your higher self wants in this now moment. Again, my intention always, nothing more, nothing less. Take another nice deep breath. There's a lot going on the right side, again, of the body. Take another nice deep breath, please. The mechanics of the body are incredibly important for you to be able to integrate and run light. Light is your information, your wisdom, and your creative ability. The body is continuously upshifting. The more you can do that with ease and grace, the easier the journey can be. Take a deep breath. Wow, a lot going on in the right part of the body for many of you. Right body being associated with the left brain. The left brain being the logic. That doesn't surprise me. Just opening up the pathways. Take another nice deep breath. If you're hearing or feeling tingling in the ears, it's perfect. Don't worry about it. It's just the energy coming in and upgrading those inner fibers, those really fine fibers, in the way that it translates the light and the frequency. This is all good, guys. Take another nice deep breath. Take one more conscious awareness breath down into the central core of the planet, connecting in with that crystalline frequency. That's a whole library of light. It also holds a lot of energy to support and sustain your physical body. The more you connect in with that, again, I recommend on a daily basis, the easier the integration of light in the cellular level becomes. Take one more nice deep breath. Let your heart expand. You may not understand what's going on, but your body consciousness gets it. Breathe into that. Release anything and everything you can in resistance to allowing the upgrade to come in as you know, as it serves you. One more nice deep breath connecting into your heart. Keep that connection with Gaia. And ask your higher self to really affirm for you, in whatever way feels right for you, the upgrade that's going on, the acceleration that's going on with this energy. Beautiful. And with your next breath, just go ahead and come fully back into your body. Open your eyes, be aware, keep that connection, that central column connection down into the crystalline core. Okay. Different than...
It was quite a light show. I enjoyed watching coming out of you during that. I kind of felt like I was in a Star Wars movie at part of it with those noises, but it was very, very powerful and very cool. Thank you for that.
The noises really shift those bops and the reshift the line really fast. So
I
that's
think a large part of the crowd tonight is still kind of in Fantasia for some reason. I just kind of sense that. Awesome. So, Raquel, we are at the end of our time together.
Sure.
It went by like that. This was, honestly, this was the fastest show we have ever done. Time just went like that. It was crazy. Awesome. So, again, that little birdie told us that you have some announcements for the crowd tonight.
I've got a lot going on. Always check out my website. If any of this resonates with you, if you felt a connection to my work, check out my website at www.raquelspencer.com. I do a lot of different things. I do online programs, I do one-on-ones, I do group activations, I do sacred journeys. The next sacred journey I'm doing is a group to Tulum, down to the sacred temple down in Tulum. That's in February. There's just a lot in there. And if you go on, even to the first page, there is a group of activations halfway down the page about opening up self-love, self-confidence, spirituality, easy 1 hour activations. Take what I just did in those 10 minutes and take it into 3.5 hours worth of work to upgrade your system. So those are available on my website, and there's just always, I'm always bringing through new series, new things to help you upgrade. Again, I'm all about you getting connected to your higher self so that you can manifest your life the way you want and not based upon the old rules of what mass consciousness is still running on this planet. We're here to break the rules, break the patterns, and move consciousness into a new way, and you're part of it. So find what works for you and what resonates for you.
Thank you, Raquel. So again, folks, just to recap, the 30-day challenge, sign up on the website, completely free to you. Body, mind, and spirit alignment coming in January. And of course, we are almost out of the harmonic field amplifiers for home and office. How do you like that energy, Raquel?
Beautiful.
Feels good, doesn't it? Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
Thank you, Raquel. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.